Hello, ladies and pretty gentlemen. This is Light, yours truly from TikTok. Now, welcome to my YouTube channel. This is where I'm going to be posting longer, more dense information, which I will put into bite-sized pieces for my TikTok. But today, as you can see by the thumbnail, this is not something that I want you to understand. When Spirit gave me this message, it was with the intention that we have a part to play in relinquishing or surrendering a certain part of the tension that we have with what's been done, the injustice. And in order for that healing process to begin, we have to understand what's been done and we have to surrender it. And then we can move forward. Excuse me. So this message specifically has a lot to do with your relatives, or perhaps if you're adopted, something along those lines, right? I'm not going to spell it out for you. But moving forward, Spirit told me this. They have a debt to pay. Now, they may have worked with other people who are not related to you, that you might not even know, but your abundance, and it's not just monetary, your monetary abundance is something that comes with you fulfilling your position as a being that's been chosen to fully express yourself in this world, to be a reflection of what a human, or maybe semi-human, looks like in their full potential. That is you. That is why you've been chosen. That is what chosen is. These people know that, okay? Especially if they are somebody that, say, carried you in their womb, or even relatives, because Spirit does a thing where they give visions to these people to see what they're going to do with a gem, to see how they're going to behave. And so you've been victimized in ways that you can't even wrap your head around since you were an infant, and you have relinquished your power to these people as it was planned to do so. Sadly but true, and they have used their power unjustly. And this power can be considered monetary power as well. I looked up, it was 3-3. Monetary power and the ability to create a power dynamic that they want to sustain. Now, what this has happened, what this does is it creates a spiritual debt on their behalf. So if you've wondered why they have been so inclined to get you to get on their side, either with emotional manipulation, through genuinely just doing black magic to hinder your financial ability to free yourself, whatever the case might be, or to create fog and confusion and insecurity about what you're truly capable of and being able to express your truth, whatnot. Why they've done that is because they want your consent. This is getting really nitty-gritty, okay? I was crying over this morning, going through this reading and understanding what's really going on and what's being done. They need your consent. So you are a person that, if you're watching this video, somebody who has strayed away from the path, so to speak, of your people, from the path of your, ancestors, and how they have sort of sacrificed their truth in order to be a part of the tribe, in order to be a part of the acceptable way of being. So they know that. That is a burden to them. That's a burden to them, because it brings out all of their sides in them that they feel like they aren't capable of reaching, which they don't want to face. And you just being you, being unable to be anything but you, creates this animosity within them. They want you to be a reflection of them. This is the war that's going on. I need you to understand. It's that she, he, whatever, whoever you are going to apply this message to, because it's going to click for you, want you to be an exact reflection of them. And that is where the problem starts. It's a very narcissistic trait, issue, whatever you want to consider it, but they want you to be a reflection of them. They can't have you straying away. They can't have you thinking differently. And the reason why they want you to be just like them is because they have control over that image. They don't want a person to prove that the way things were doesn't work. And in fact, this is exactly why finances come into play. This is exactly why these witches, warlocks, really want to tinker with that. They really want to put blocks in your path to achieve what you're meant to achieve, because they already know. I'm going to repeat that for you. They already know. Spirit was telling me it's written in the stars. Your destiny it's on you. It's a scent on you, okay? It's something that everyone can just feel, let alone people who have, been with you since you were a baby, who have seen the way you operate before you were even aware of yourself. So they know. Not to mention Spirit, adds on some dreams for them just in case they miss the signs, just slap them with the real signs. But they know. So their problem is this. They are worried that you're not going to share. So what they do is they create blocks and they make sure that you are insecure in so many ways, because they want you to come to them for support. They want you to come to them. They want you to fold. That's really what it is. They want you to fold and say, okay, I can't do it by myself. I can't do it my way. Show me how you do it your way. And they're like, perfect. We can make you a karmic. Perfect. Finally, you got off your high horse. Finally, you're learning the way that we do things, not the way that you're trying to do things the natural way, the way that Spirit's telling you to. It irks them. It irks them. It does. And so what they do is they do this in the background behind closed doors. If you believe it or not, that's really beside the point. It doesn't matter. It's still happening. And you wonder why things are just so hard for you. You wonder why you put so much effort in, but the return is just like, duh. It's like, what the hell did I do? Why? And you approach things wholeheartedly. You give 100%, and then you get nothing in return. And you wonder why. That's not normal, okay? In a way, Spirit uses that to continue to corner you, to get into your real, authentic self, kind of like a supernova, but that's another video. So they create these blocks because they want you to come to them, to ask for help. They resent that, by the way. You are a burden to them. Sorry to break it to you. You are a burden to them, and not a financial burden. You have to understand. They love giving to you as long as it keeps you in an uneven power dynamic with them, because they know that they have racked up a debt when it comes to you. And they're trying to find a sweet spot here. This is a part where I really need you to focus, okay? They're trying to find a sweet spot where you consent sharing your blessing, because that's the only way out of their debt. They're still gonna get some backlash for it, but that's better. It's a better way. So their problem is, how do I cut back my resentment? How do I, smile in their face and be a wolf in sheep's clothing, basically, and still maintain this person's blessing and block it at the same time? Kind of like have your cake and eat it too. They want to block it if they can, as long as they can, because that's how they're going to have you feeling, the whole Nine of Swords energy, stressed completely in a financial predicament or in a mental predicament where you're just in a very bad place where everything feels like it's falling apart on you. So you succumb and you seek for help in the wrong places because there's only so much burden one person can carry. There's only so much burden when you already have to carry a lot of generational curse, which you are aware of, which really does burn you, and you work through it. And then you are, on top of that, add, just regular stresses where you're spinning your wheels, but nothing is really happening because there's some hygiene. There's something that's happening with regards to financial hygiene. There's untold of things that are happening behind closed doors to make sure that you don't really reach your full potential. Spirit is so funny though. Spirit is so funny because they don't understand what they're blocking. What they're blocking is you being able to make finances. That's it. That's what they're blocking. They can't really block what the true source of your freedom, your abundance is, which is truly your gift, your creative gift, something that's been given to you. You know it, I don't. That's where the key resides. That's what they know. So if they keep you muddling around in such a 3D scarcity mentality, then they believe that you're not going to have the time to really reach the stars, to be one. You're not going to have the time. In fact, you're going to come back to them to ask them for help, and they're going to misguide you. And they're going to give you little bits and pieces here, breadcrumb you, just to maintain that dynamic. Because they know, they work so hard because they know they can't keep up with that. 1222 as I looked up. They can't keep up with that. So eventually, the debt has to be paid. And this is what I saw today. And this is why I said in the beginning of the video, it requires you understanding what's been done and letting it go. By letting it go, I'm not saying lay down and, show your soft belly and take the knife. I'm saying just let it go. You gotta cry it out. You gotta really bitterly give it to spirit. But you gotta let it go because justice will be served. And these people are gonna be in the Five of Cups energy. They are. And these people are, by the way, if I didn't mention, the Queen of Pentacles in reverse. Just saying. That's the energy I got today. And they're not going to see what hit them. And this is what I actually just got a download of this. They're flabbergasted. That's what I'm hearing. As to how strong you are. You have to know how they see you. And you have to know the truth. It really shall set you free. They know everything that you've been through. With them, with other people. They know that your light has brought so much darkness out of people, and that has been used to literally brutalize you. They know that. They're the people who sat down and listened to you, telling them the story of what had happened to you, and they gaslit you, or they were not really supportive. In fact, they may have supported your enemies over you. Like, what did you do? Kind of like blame the victim. That's what they did. That's all they could do. It seems like their kindness is cut short when it comes to you. Their hand is a bit short when it comes to you. And there's always a ulterior motive. There's always strings attached to what they do for you. Because they know how strong you are. And it literally bothers them. It makes them wonder why. By they, I mean whatever spirit, whatever karmic demonic spirit is operating within majority of people, to be honest with you, if you're not dealing with it, if you're not actually casting it out of you, it's just going to be festering. So they're wondering, They're looking at you like, how does this person not break? There's gotta be a point where this person breaks, but every time you reach a breaking point, you glow up. Every time you reach a breaking point, you glow up. It's like the opposite keeps happening. So Spirit is using their betrayal against you for the best for you, even though it's so cruel and brutal and unfair. And how can you possibly forgive these people? How can you possibly not cast them to the hell that they belong in? Spirit really does trust you. And you are going to get everything that you deserve. And they're going to watch. Not only are they going to watch, but they have a debt to pay. That's what I'm seeing. And it's not going to be easy. They have a debt to pay. Some of them, it's not just financial. It's not just everything they've built falling apart, loved ones passing. It's not just that. They themselves might lose their mind. Having to watch you eat everything they tried to snatch out of your hands, out of your mouth, they're going to have an episode. They're going to have an episode. I was looking, I found the 5 of Cups. Okay? And it's not even cutting it. It's not even cutting it. And for you, you already know what I'm going to say. You already know what I'm going to say, okay? 6 of Wands. Anyway, okay? Take it as it resonates. It doesn't mean that everybody that's watching this video is going to be famous. It means whatever you do, whether it is in your community, in your field, whatever it is. But it has to be something that allows you to fully express yourself. Like, it is something that allows you to stretch your wings, so to speak. That's where your prosperity resides. That's the nook and cranny they cannot touch. And that is why they're so busy having you deal with loose strings. They're so busy pulling little strings here and there every time, it's time for them to go ahead into their woodworks and have dealings with people that they're not even fully aware of. Page of Wands in reverse, can somebody say? They're not even aware of who they're dealing with. This is what I'm getting. They're not aware of the people that they're going to create these blockages for you. These people are so quick and naive. They're so consumed by the jealousy, the envy, and the anger that you're not reflecting, mirroring them. They want you to be an exact opposite mirror of them. That's what it is. It's the most narcissistic thing. It's abusing somebody saying, well, I'm trying to help you. But in reality, they're trying to make you just like them. That's really it. That's really it. It irks them that you try. You are just genuine. It irks them that that's just who you are, and everything that you've been through, they can't imagine going through that and still being a decent human being. But here you are. Here you are, sitting like a king or a queen, while it feels like you're being treated like trash. You're being treated like trash. Imagine giving gold and then getting shit in return. That's what's been your life. It's been your life. But you have to understand, we've been holding resentment. We've been holding our breath in and wondering if Spirit is even on our side, if we're just here spinning our wheels and this is going to be it. But somebody said this amazing thing on TikTok. You have to stand the test of time to really be considered chosen. Few are called, but many are called, but few are chosen. Excuse me. So you really have to stand the test of time. And there's nothing else inside you that desires to be anything but yourself. And that stands the test of time in and of itself. They know you. And I'm telling you, I'm not going to say exactly when your time's going to come. It's very different for everyone. As we know, time is really not a thing. This is just energy. But Spirit really wanted me to put this out there. I'm going to sum it up for you. They have a debt to pay that is racking up. Every day they do some nonsense to you. The truth is they're really selfish, greedy, insecure, and they want you to be a reflection of them. So they create little stray situations in your life in order to have you come to them for help, so that they can shift your direction, so they can tame your creativity, tame you, and keep you in an uneven power dynamic. That way, if you are still with them like that, and you are believing their lies, A, you're not going to make it to the point where you are creatively free to go into your chosen path. But B, their true intention is to dissuade you, is to gain your consent, because they know what they're doing is very time sensitive, meaning your blessing is eventually going to come because you are just yourself and there's nothing else you can be, and that's going to lead you to that, fruit of your labor, whatever creative thing that you do. And they want to share in that. They want to share that blessing. Because if they aren't able, if they're not welcome, it's like a vampire. If they're not welcome, they can't come in. And they're going to have to deal with the full blow of their karmic debt to what they've been doing. Foolishly so. Trusting the wrong people. Trusting serious out people who are, oh, I just got this download. People who aren't even people. Okay, they may have went to, this is getting long, but they may have went to people who look like a person, but they're actually just shapeshifters. And they told them who you are, your destiny. And these people got so greedy, so selfish, so envious that you are never going to represent them, that you're going to represent the Most High and yourself, that they literally paid to have things done to you at a young age. And they still go to pay to maintain the blockage that they've put on you. And I just feel this, right? Some of these craftsmen or warlocks, witches, aren't even going to be around when these people are facing their karma. It's like they vanished into thin air. I'm getting full body chills right now. Literally chills. They're gonna vanish into thin air if they haven't already. Because they don't care. They don't care. They're working for the dark side. They're working for the shadow. They're working to create more karma, because that's where they're feeding. And these people, when they're facing the destruction that they have tried to bring on you, and they go to their local reader, whatever, their local witchman, voodoo man, whatever, that is not even a person. That's not even a human being. You were played. They were played heavily, playing you. Anyway, that's that, 2322. That's a wrap. So I hope you enjoyed this. Let me know if you like long videos or short ones, because I'm going to be doing this more often. Anyway, bye.